So Mozambique's got a very bright future in terms of not just the gas industry, but a lot of industries. But gas certainly is, we're at the gas summit, gas certainly is the topic of the day. The discoveries up in Rovuma have transformed really the opportunity set for Mozambique. Mozambique is very well situated geographically as well to provide that gas to Asia, to an Asian market, a growing Asian market. LNG is fungible these days anyways, so it could go anywhere in the world. It goes into the system. But Mozambique is also very prominently placed to provide gas to the Southern Africa region, the SADC region. Sasol's been a beneficiary of that over the years. We enabled the gas industry to start in Mozambique back in the early 2000s. There was gas that was discovered in the early 60s and lay dormant for 40 years. And gas enabled, so Sasol enabled it to happen by developing the fields, building a gas processing facility, building a pipeline to meet the petrochemical demands and the power demands in South Africa, and then through that, enabling gas monetization industries in Mozambique to grow. And today, over 20% of the gas that we produce goes towards domestic use. Gas to homes, gas to power in the region and near our fields, but also through the Rosana Garcia, the power plant that we did in partnership with EDM, is providing power to more than 2 million people here in the Maputo region. So it initiated the gas to power industry, and really it also established a hub for gas to power. Other gas to power providers have now come in and increased that power, gas to power demand and feeding other industries in the region. So we're very happy to have been a part of that, very, very humbled by that. And we actually see that the opportunity growth to be tremendous, not just certainly worldwide, but for us, for Sasol, it's much more in the Southern African region that we see some huge growth potential. Mozambique itself has some tremendous growth potential. It's a developing country, and as these opportunities of both gas and power present themselves, other industries will grow as well. And so we see some good growth potential in Mozambique, but we also see Mozambique providing that growth potential as well to the Southern African region. They have already been well positioned to be a corridor for products to the landlocked central Southern African countries. And so we see them continuing to grow that business, but also to provide the power and really the gas to those industrial growth in the region as well. Good growth potential in Mozambique, and then Mozambique providing that resource to the Southern African region, for sure, to the rest of the world as well. There's plenty of gas for that. Yeah, so Sasol, from the very beginning, has done everything in partnerships here in Mozambique. Partnerships mainly with state entities, but also with the private sector as well. And early on, a lot of the products, the goods, and some of the services were not available, and so those were brought in. But over time, that has grown. It's grown to where really we have a very large local content in our operations. We're about 95% Mozambican workforce, so really we are a Mozambican company. We've been doing a lot of things to grow the capability of local business in the area. So developing SMEs and providing training to entrepreneurs to be providers of goods and services to us, mostly services. We are working jointly with the Ministry of Energy and with INP on a local content plan for the long term, 5 years plus for the long term, and we have a collaboration agreement as well with CTA, the Business Association here. So it's an important part of, and it's the right thing to do from just commercial sense, as well as to grow that capability in the country. The growth in this country is going to be tremendous, and the opportunities are phenomenal. And so the opportunities for local companies to provide those services are going to be plentiful. Getting up to speed to international standards, certifications in many respects, to get a trained workforce as well to do these things is going to be very important to deliver those goods and services to the industry, which is going to require them. And it's not economic, and it's not the right thing to do to be bringing those goods and services in from the past. Early on, we did a lot of that, but more and more, Sasol is really grown its local content, and we're very committed to that. We've got a number of programs where we're developing local businesses and training companies on how to fill in tenders in a complete way. We have both in addition to just the training that we would do normally with universities and schools and things like that. We also have artisan training centers where we're training artisans to do the work that we need, as well as that will be needed up north as well. So I think 2019 is going to be a very exciting year in Mozambique. For Sasol, we're going to start a drilling program again. We're going to be implementing a number of our projects, like the production sharing agreement. We're going to start the exploration activities in the licenses that we were just awarded. So 2019 is going to be exciting, not just for Sasol, but really for the whole gas industry. The Gas Summit is a great location for setting for us to meet not just the government people, the representatives, other industry representatives here, the local community, the business community, and all in here. It's a gathering where we all come together, and it's an opportunity to talk about things like 2019 or the work program that we see over the next 18 months to 5 years, so that we can be talking about how we can work together to make them happen.